Hello, how's it going? Had best angle I could get, but yeah, I was talking about doing this the other week. I'm just gonna play some Mario Kart World Live. Yeah, we got the Switch to a couple of weeks back, and this game was packed in with it. No, of course they didn't give you a physical case and little disc or anything. SD card. I can't get what do we call these things? So first, when I'd opened up Luigi's Mansion 2 the other day, and saw the little card, I didn't even know what Switch games looked like. I'm assuming Switch 2 games look exactly the same. I would assume. Usually when I do these streams, of course, I'm in the basement, but the game room down there. But this is one of the guest rooms at my house, so we're in a different place today. It's a Samsung Frame TV, 50-inch. I can't quite get all of it in here in the picture, but gosh, the game looks beautiful right up close like this. Of course, it doesn't so much on the stream. It's amazing, totally different, but really impressed with it. And like I did a pickups video this morning talking a little bit about this. Well, it's amazing even going back and playing the 8 Deluxe on the Switch with the backward compatibility. You can definitely notice immediately the difference. The quality of the visuals. By far, this is the best looking Mario Kart game that there is, of course. It's the latest and greatest. It's not without its issues, but it's really fun. Interesting. I'd seen a lot of commercials. Of course, they did a better job marketing the Switch and getting it out there, getting the word out to the public, the global public, about the existence of their machine. It was a good thing to do when you're trying to peddle a product, isn't it? But, so of course I'm well familiar with how the two little Switch controls work, but it's kind of the first time, you gotta get used to it, I suppose. You hold one with your left hand to steer, and you're holding gas and brake and everything with the right controller. And I guess also you do have the ability to, like when I was playing it with my son, it's cool that, basically comes with two controllers because you can turn it sideways and just use each side as a distinct individual remote or a controller, whatever. I'll start it up. You already started it up. I'll play a little. Birdo. Love Birdo. First appeared in Mario Brothers 2. Oh, I mean Doki Doki Panic. Which became Mario Brothers 2. I don't know actually. I haven't played that in a while. I think not the enemies. Like, was Birdo in that? I think the enemies were different. For some of them. It's been a while. Who shall we select? But yeah, you know, you do have, there's a wide variety of characters, lots of them. Most of all time for a Mario game, Mario Kart game rather. But I will say, and I was talking about that this morning as well, you know, if you take a gander, they're all, yeah, these are pretty common standard fare, and the characters you'd expect to see. Flip them around to shell. But you know, it's like I just don't think we need a baby Mario, baby Luigi. We already have Mario and Luigi. And the same thing goes for Peach and Rosalina, right? Daisy, Nabbit. That's a cool one. I think I like the Hammer Bro being in there. And, like, do you want to really race as Chi-Chi or Pianta from Mario Sunshine? Or do you need Touring Mario? I'm not sure. Pokey is a great one. Monty Mall, kind of cool. Very, very cool. But then we get to this, right? So you see Stingy, Snowman. I like the penguin from Mario 64. The cow. Really? The Godolphin? No, we have All-Terrain Mario. I do like the Captain Lou Albano Mario. That's what I refer to him as. In fact, we're probably going to select him. But you know, when you go over and you look at the other characters, it looks like another color Yoshi. Wario, more Mario and Luigi's. Another Birdo. I mean, come on now. A Bowser. We already have one. King Boo, that's cool. So another, same one. Donkey Kong, Piranha. But yeah, you can see obviously there are no spaces for the Koopalings, the Koopa Kids, and they were my favorite thing about Mario Kart 8. So I thought that was disappointing. If I have to nitpick, kind of a large oversight on the part of Nintendo. Do better, do better. But I like the game. The music, oh yeah, can't go without mentioning that. You can hear the soundtrack. It is sublime, absolutely. A lot of kind of like jazzy, down-tempo remixes of the classic instrumentals of the classic Mario cartoons. And they sound better than ever. Like little pipe frame card. It's the coolest one. Let's see. So what have I done so far? Let's see. One is in my way. My laptop out as well. Went through all of these. I didn't. 150cc's are kind of tough. You know, it's like you can be having a perfect race and you'll just be, you know, within 30 yards of the finish line. oh, poop, here comes a blue shell, blue eggshell right on your head. You know, the homing one that you simply cannot avoid. I got that silver when I was like 2 of the races. They hit me and it's like, I got knocked back into 6th place or something. So need to finish that one in the bronze. Get all goals with that. Just started this one out now. And I'm saving my son and I playing it together, and so I'm not gonna play any of the tracks we haven't seen yet, so we can experience them, see them together for the first time when we play. I guess I'll just do a mushroom cup or something. Hey, what's up? Hey, BR, what's going on, brother? I didn't see your comment at first. That's a recurring theme with me when I'm rambling. How you been, brother? It's 250. Yeah, I noticed that. Hey, I guess I haven't streamed in a while, but yeah, there's like a little crown next to you or something. I've never seen that before. Wonder when they rolled that one out. Must be a relatively new thing. Twitch. I've never even used it or watched anyone's, but I guess a lot of people do video game streaming on Twitch, right? I don't know if it feels really loud. I'm close to this TV. I don't know if I'm audible. I'm way too close to this TV. Yeah, YouTube is so bad. It's like, sorry, but it must be said. You know, I have all kinds of problems with. Today, when I started this stream up, it's like something had changed too in the way that I fire them up. So maybe, yeah, we're seeing these icons next to your name. Maybe it's like, oh God, are they really tinkering with something again? It's like the YouTube MO. Let's take something good that works and make it highly dysfunctional. Like, what is the purpose of this? Out there in Grass Valley, California, coming up with some absolutely brilliant ideas. That's YouTube. It's like when oh, here comes the nasty blue one that you cannot dodge. Can you do that? See, that's unbeknownst to me. You've just opened my mind to a new concept. I didn't know that was possible to do. And I've been playing Mario Kart for a bit of time. I mean, is that a new? Can you actually try to do that with this one, or you get a new feature? Gosh, I gotta tell you, the 50cc kart feels like it feels so slow. Could you see, man? Maybe at one point in time I did know that, but it's possible that I did not ever know that. Actually, that's very interesting. It's cool. Speaking of crowns, I think it's cool when you win the race, you get that like little globe crown. But yeah, man, the music in this is, like I said, I was saying earlier today. It's a fantastic tech demo for the hardware. And Nintendo hardware is always underpowered. That's just what they do. It doesn't seem to hamper the enjoyment that you get from the games, mostly. So, but I don't even know the tech specs of the Switch 2, but you have to expect that it's much less horsepower than the new Xbox and the PS5. Did he? I don't know. I don't know. But whoever did, kudos to them because it was a brilliant soundtrack. Oh, I missed the. I missed the turbo. I got the turbo boost somehow. Hey, buddy, how's it going over there in Deutschland? That's you. I think that's you. I'm trying to play and look at the screen at the same time. Oh. Du kannst mit mir Deutsch sprechen. Don't make me. You'll suffer at my horrible grammar. No, I can assure you this is not true. Oh, but you're in Germany. Did Dortmund beat? Did they beat Real Madrid in the FIFA Club World? I don't know if you like football. Oh, is that true? Yeah. The resolution on these streams is god awful. And it says it's 720p, but I don't know. I guess maybe it is, but it doesn't look. It never looks great. Oh, dude, they really do freaking stink. Hey, bud. So I did finally get to Truist Park. I took my son to a game the other week, and they lost. But who cares? It's just being at a ballpark in the summer with loved ones. It's great, man. Just good old pastime. But they're bad. They're quite bad. Abysmally atrocious. I would say, yeah, it's a good question. This game is beautiful. It's much prettier than Mario Kart 8, and as you can see here, you get like it's pretty amazing that there's really no slowdown or anything kind of giving the system hiccups, and you got 24 of these carts on the course. So yeah, I do. I don't know. I'm undecided, but it's a good question. I'm not quite sure. I did go out and pick up Mario Kart 8 Deluxe because it's different enough from the Wii version I loved a decade ago. With the new features they've added, and I love the Koopa Kids. I thought for me, Super Mario Brothers 3 is still the best Super Mario Brothers game of all time. And that was like the introduction of the Koopa Kids as bosses. And when you could play as them as racers, I just thought on the Wii U, I thought that was amazing. I'm like, oh wait, you know what? I do remember that they brought out 8 Deluxe. It's like a revamped, newer version of 8 for Switch. That would be fun. We should get that. So yeah, I think you need them both. I think both. Realistically speaking, if you love the Mario Karts, yeah, get them both. I don't know if you got a Switch 2 yet, or if you have a Switch from back when it came out. But yeah, I like them both a lot. Both 8 Deluxe. Of course, I loved 8 on the Wii U, and then just played a little bit of 8 Deluxe, and it's awesome. And of course, this is awesome as well. What was the last? Well, so I played. I did also enjoy the new Super Mario Brothers Wii U game. I remember when I got the Wii U back in 2012. Wow. That was the only game I could get right away, New Super Mario Brothers Wii U, and I thought, well, this is a little bit disappointing because, like if you remember when you get the N64, and probably the first game most people would have gotten would have been Mario 64. I know that was the case for me. And that was like, still for me today, I think that's the quantum leap. I've never been so impressed with a video game ever that blew my mind when I saw that at the Toys R Us demo kiosk back in '96. Anything that's come out these days, and it was just that, it was quite a stark leap, a difference from like the 2D games we were enjoying back then, and then seeing that. I don't know. I know PlayStation was already out and Saturn. Something about seeing Mario in 3D, I've never been as impressed, like blown away by a visual of a game. Even now with all this super high-tech, highfalutin PS5 and all this stuff, I mean, like, Mario 60, there will never be another game where I look at it for the first time and graphically I'm as wowed as that. And it's a product of just the jump in technology at the time, the time period. Obviously, the games of today have far surpassed it, but I don't think I'll ever be as impressed upon first impression. With your software key card, see it is. Yeah, that's something for the new Switch. I don't even, to be honest with you, I'm ignorant to that. I'm not even sure. I wouldn't know enough to even be able to speak on it. But I think I did see that at the bottom of the Wii, I was going to call it the Wii U, the Switch 2 menu. Yeah, so I don't really know anything about them. Oh, I was struggling. Somebody hit me with a shell over the line. Oh yeah, I saw that too. I mean, like, I gotta say, I'm a sucker for the different animal suits. So when I saw that at Target on the demo kiosk with that new Switch, I guess that one was for the Switch. It's been out a little while. I was like, what? I kind of want this.
just to be the elephant. But yeah, I interrupted myself. Sorry. Let me get back to what I was saying real quickly. So, yeah, talking about how impressive Mario 64 was for the time period, getting the Wii U and then having it packaged with, or being the only game I could get with this new Super Mario Brothers Wii U, it was like much more. It wasn't quite as exciting as Mario 64, obviously. So I was like, yeah, this is kind of disappointing. Nintendo's really dropping the ball. You're coming out with like your new hardware that you didn't market at all, and you gave it a confusing name, so people thought it was an add-on to the Wii. It, you know, I like that. That still baffles me how anyone couldn't have known they were different. But heck, you know, it's not everyone's as mentally as acute. I guess it's like I guess I could see how it could fool people, but just yeah, that whole period for them was a disaster, and I really liked the console, but there were no good games for it. You had like I think I bought the five good games, 5 or 6 good games for it, and then maybe like 5 or 6 for the Wii, the backward compatibility. But yeah, really, man, I don't know. See, I guess that depends on what. Yeah, Ocarina of Time. I got another. You just reminded me of something too. I guess I'll talk about it real quickly. So I remember when I like reserved it. I got it for my birthday. The Zelda Gold cartridge, Ocarina of Time. Toys R Us, man. Good memories from that place. And that was like '98, if you recall, correct? I think that's when it was. So you know what I had just been so damn into the previous year? Final Fantasy VII. So I must have played through it 6 times, and that's like a 90-hour game. That's like almost embarrassing to say, but like that game captivated me for a good year or so. And then when I did get Ocarina of Time, I was pe- people get mad at me for saying this, like, because I don't know, some people are so passionate about this, so don't get mad at me. But I just wasn't. The game did not really. How can I say? I don't know. Didn't really floor me that much. And then I kind of gave it a little bit of time and played through it again. I don't think I've ever completed it. I know I saw somebody beat it, but I don't think I did myself. Maybe a friend's save file. It was hard, man, too. Like some of those dungeons were. But like I said, it's like I was never a big Legend of Zelda guy. Always a big Mario guy. And I do like it. Like I love the first one on the NES. I never completed it because I didn't have it back in the day. I got it later. And I like Link to the Past on the SNES a lot. That's the only. I think that's the only Zelda game I've completed. The only one I beat. The only one that got me to stick with it long enough. So it's. I've never. I guess I've never really took confession time. People are gonna hate me for this. I've just never been the biggest Zelda fan of the games. You know what? I love like the lore, the world, the characters. I love Link as a character, and Hyrule and everything. But I've just never been. I like the games, but like some people love them. I guess is the difference. If that makes sense. I had that too, but I had Link's. I had the never really big into handheld gaming, but we did have a Game Gear. That bastard like chewed through like 8 AA batteries in 5 minutes. So it's like I didn't really enjoy that much. And like in the '80s when I was a younger fella, I had older cousins that would take me to the arcades and they had video games and so one of my cousins had the old big black and white Game Boy, but I never had one. I did years later get the little green Game Boy Pocket, but I didn't. We had like only my brother and I had it, and he had like we had a Mario Game and Watch, and I did have that Zelda game you're talking about, but it's like um, I never completed it, but what I do think that on the Switch they brought out that exact game, Link's Awakening, and gave it the modern day graphic treatment. So that might be fun to play too. But knowing me and Zelda, I just won't do it. The games feel like a chore to me because they are RPGs, right? Essentially, it's an action RPG, and I just don't play RPGs anymore. But even back then, I could never really like get through. I had Wind Waker on the Wii U. A buddy of mine had it on the GameCube. So I'd like to play it, and I should have gotten the original Luigi's Mansion back in the day when I had a GameCube and then I sold it. I've never had many games for it. And somebody very graciously on YouTube, John in Florida, sent me one a long time ago. But it's like even then I never really got into it again. It's like I kind of want to play the first Luigi's Mansion after my son and I finish the second one. It's such a good game. Volt C, hey buddy, what's up? Enjoy your late night meal. It's an hour earlier where you are. Yeah, you sold it too. I never really. I was like, maybe not. I wasn't so. That was maybe a period of time in my life where I wasn't that into video games. So, when I got the PlayStation 2, it became basically a DVD player. And the Cube was around that time, and I was like, I'm gonna sell this. Really didn't like the PlayStation 2 back then that much. And later in life, when I got a Japanese one, I of course liked it more because of the arcade ports. But not really the other games, the open world 3D one on the PS2. So yeah, so you're collecting coins as you race through each time, which is nice. Makes you feel like you're achieving something, I guess. um, so let's see. Did we unlock anything? I don't think we did. Oh, Retron 5. Yeah, I picked up a Retro Duo like 10 years ago in Washington, D.C. I thought it was cool because you could play your NES cards in addition to Super Nintendo, and it played Super Famicom cards because it just didn't have the two tabs that you have to cut out to modify a North American SNES to play Japanese games. There's no region encoding or protection. I always thought that was funny for any Super Nintendo or Super Famicom game, really. Once you cut out those tabs, it's like, how about you? Just check. I'm gonna let you chill with this for a minute. This is gorgeous. This is beautiful. And the music is fantastic. I'm gonna go get another drink. Need to hydrate, man. And as you know, BR in the South, it's been so hot here in Georgia. I bet you it's even hotter down in South Louisiana. Where are you at? Listen to that track. That's wicked, man. It's like some bossa nova with some like country bluesy harmonica thrown in. Wild. Oh, it's been blazing, which is quite nice. I like that. It's my favorite time of the year. I don't know about you, man, but like one of the best things about living in the South is this time of year. I hate the winter here. It's just dreary and rainy and relatively cold in Atlanta. You know, in Baton Rouge, you're Lafayette, right? Yeah, but that's pretty far down south in the state. I bet you guys don't get the same kind of winters we do up here in the mountains, you know. And we're at the foothills of Appalachia, so. Whereas you're in like flat country. So I bet. But you got a snowstorm this year too. So yeah, there you go. I remember the video. I watched the video that you put up. Oh, dude, did you see the video I put up about the hailstorm here the other day? It put holes in my umbrella. I walked out there for a second like a chuckle-headed fool, and it did feel like I was getting pelted by golf balls. I don't need to take any more shots. Yeah, yeah. I would hesitate to say unheard of here, but not common. It's like because we have gotten. I usually post videos on them. We have gotten some pretty big snows, like four or five the past decade. It's so funny to say. Yeah, but it's different down here, right? It's not commonplace. It's just like that's like a week in Boston back in the day. That's like December. That's like November 25th through December. Yeah, 5th, maybe it already. Yeah, it didn't bust any of mine, thankfully. I'm pretty vertical here, you know, and it was falling pretty straight, so it would have had a hard time. But yeah, it got to my umbrella something fierce. Yeah, I would imagine so. I know like you mostly collect older stuff, but did you ever get into? Did you like? What's the most? I guess I never asked you this. What's the most current gen machine you have in your possession? Because for me, I do like getting the latest tech, you know, even if I don't end up using it that much. I have a feeling this is already getting a lot of use. Oh, the PS3 and the Wii. Okay. Yeah, so I got I'd say the last three I've gotten the Wii U in 2012, the PS4 in 2015, and then this year in good old 2025. So it's been a decade for me. Yeah, it's the Wii. See, I never had the Wii, so the Wii U was nice to be able to play some of those games. Oh, cool. Those are pretty. Those are pretty nice gifts. Yeah, Yeah, I guess it is. I tend not to think about that so much, like having all the Neo Geo hardware that I have, as you know. God, it's one of my biggest collections. It might be if you add it all up, like if you count CD, AES, the home console stuff, and then the arcade stuff, the MVS. Yeah, it definitely has to be. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I like the PS2 for a lot of those were 480i games that they didn't render properly. They could have easily. The PS2 is very capable of outputting 240p and beautiful component. So I was really disappointed with a lot of the titles back then on the PS2 being rendered in 480i, jittery, no scan line or anything. You know, with the walk up scan converter, it was you just made them look like 240p games. But some of them do have modes where you can kind of trigger it into 240 low res mode as it should look. Namco, I would have guessed. I would assume with you maybe Namco. Yeah, that's a. I wonder if mine. It has to be Capcom. I would assume. I don't know. I kind of like Capcom. You may have heard. I love Konami too, of course, and Namco. I know, yeah, they did. They did. So you could get it at least to 480p to eliminate the jitter. So it kind of looked like high ret, like I don't know, a Thomas Wave ST cab stuff, basically. Which is like that would look interesting because it's not really what the arcade game resolution would have been, but I bet it still would have looked nice. I should test that out. I have some of those. I'm sure I have. Yeah, you know what? I did that with the Alpha collection one time on an IBM VGA on a 31 kilohertz monitor, and it did look really good. And I was able to add scan lines with a mini SLG. I just did that for fun to test it out because it's actually more of a hoop for me to jump through to do it that way than to just use the Waka to deinterlace it. But yeah, you can do that and get so actually both results look exactly the same. So it is a good 480p mode, and then on a VGA monitor you can just put artificial scan lines on to get it to look right. I believe I did that. Where did I put my controller? Yeah. Oh, hey, BR. Dude, so they finally did get around to releasing Warrior Blade, the Hamster Arcade Archives for the PS4. Oh my god, it's amazing because that's really the best game in the series, and I love all those games, all the Taito dual tri-screen, the Darius Ninja Warriors, and the Rastan Saga, and that's the best one, man. It's really really good how they've done it. Yeah, he's. They got. I hope they paid him well. 'Cause they got him doing double duty for this. Oh yeah, that's right. It was on one of those. Yeah. Hyper pipe. I don't know. I don't really like riding the bikes as much as the little carts. I'll pick a different character though. How about Birdo? We just unlocked Birdo. Yeah, he was up there at the top of the screen when he got up there. Is that Birdo's car? Did it? Is there actually a backstory for it? I did not know that. Oh, they're not? Oh. So you read that somewhere? Because I don't know. There are some I haven't unlocked. But I don't know if, but I'll take your word for it. Yeah, I mean, this looks great. Look at all the carts on the screen. But yeah, there's a bunch of characters that it's like they could have put better ones in. Oh, whoops. Oh, look, I'm gonna follow you guys up this rock thing. Oh. Get over that part. Oh my god, it's the third lap on the seventh place. I thought I heard the blue shell incoming. So I don't like being in first place at the end of this game. In 150cc mode, they're ruthless. With that blue eggshell at the end. Oh, that's pretty cool. You have all of those. I don't have any. I've got a lot of box. I've got a few box complete Super Nintendo, Super Famicom items, but none of my old NES carts survive. The carts, I have plenty of them, but none of the boxes. In fact, I distinctly remember getting Mario Brothers 3 after school one day and just like ripping open the carton. I can't. A sealed copy of that game is like cost a fortune to acquire. So, damn it. Wish I hadn't done that. No manuals anymore, my friend. Apparently, the two Switch games I bought the past couple of weeks had no manuals to speak of, and I guess that's just the way things are now. Ooh, look at that dragon. Uh, yeah. I don't have a ton of. I never really played. Well, it's been a while at least since I had a handheld. So I mean, I might find the same thing is true for me if I try to play one these days, though. I, my eyesight, it's still pretty decent. I don't require spectacles or anything. I'm sure it's not as good as when I was. Let's cut our age in half. When I was back then. Oh, what? Oh, that was the end. Yeah, no, I agree. Super Mario Brothers All Stars on the SNES was cool, but I agree with you. I would much rather play the original NES versions. I didn't, like I said, it was cool, but I didn't. I'm not sure I really loved Mario Brothers 3 with the 16-bit look, the new face of paint they gave it for the Super Nintendo. I played that. I did play that cartridge quite a bit, though. I went back and it was fun to go back and play all those old Mario games that way. But I think the save battery on that SNES cart on mine died. It's like what? I never replaced it. didn't even see. What did I guess I'm in first. I think I won the first two races and dropped to third in that last one. Got in front of Waluigi. I ruined your super boost, man. Ooh, that might not have been a good idea. Thought the defense locked into it. I had it, I would have been in trouble. Ooh, chaos. Take that. Exchanging some paint. Shells everywhere. Of course. Oh. And there goes another. Oh, God. It's cruising. Ah, they can't get me now. Oh, hey, yeah, I have one of those Konami kart racing games on the, or I did on the PSP. I did get a PSP. I've forgotten about that. It just I never really used it much. I got it. I got it at East Starland in Fairfax, Virginia. Like maybe 2013. So I think it had been out for a while. It wasn't too pricey. Yeah. What is it called? There's a video of it on my channel. I can't. Maybe it was Konami Kart Racing. I really can't tell you though. I don't remember. Crazy. I don't know. Crazy Kart. I'm not sure. Boom. Wow. I lost track of it. Is this the fourth? So yeah, maybe I'm not in first. But I did win the last one. I thought we went through 4 already. I'm just losing track. Zoning out. But that's the thing. It's like I don't know why, but like I said, the courses look a lot different from one another, and they're pretty amazing with a lot of what's going on in the background. But something about maybe maybe it's kind of like sensory overload. There's just so much going on that they all seem to blend in with one another after a while. Oh, that's probably a bad idea. Because usually, that shell comes back and hits you instead of anyone in front of you. Oh, fell asleep at the wheel with that one. No, I never had a GBA. It was on the PSP. There's a video on my channel of it, I think. That was the last one, wasn't it? Gosh, she did. She topped me. It was Peach or Rosa. Who was it? Daisy. I had a horrible foot race. The 150cc is tough though. I mean, at least they're tough with in terms of just like they're pretty vicious with the blue shells and the red shells, just getting you right at the end. Whereas like in the past, on the Super Nintendo version, you'd feel pretty safe with how bad the AI was. Like they didn't throw things at you much, so that was a shocking thing playing. And neither did they really in Mario Kart 64. So in between, I guess I didn't play any of the ones on the Wii because I didn't have it, or the GameCube really even either. So it was like Mario Kart 64, and then I went from that to playing Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. And the first thing I was taken aback by was how aggressive the enemies were with the item tossing. But the games are actually better, just due to that fact, I think, because I don't know. I love Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart 64, but once you got out to a lead, and you usually would, nobody was going to catch you. And this one, you have there's imminent fear and expectation of just getting bombarded, shelled, right at the end before you cross the finish line. Konami Race. Ah, maybe hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I didn't ever do a video on it. Oh, I thought I had. Huh, you know what? You're right, I guess I didn't. Thought I had done one. It would have been back in 2013, but I don't see it. Huh. Well, I suppose I didn't ever do a video on it. Yeah, I couldn't find it either. Never mind that, I didn't. Never mind what I said, I guess I did not do a video on that. Gosh, and I don't even know where my PSP stuff is. It might not even be in my house. It might be in off-site storage because I still have a lot of stuff. Like I haven't had the. It's pretty crazy to think, but and it doesn't even feel like such a long time. But I guess I have not had those cabs in a house since 2017, 16. It's crazy. I still got them. The Neo 29 and the Super Neo 29. What's with my camera angle and everything and how yeah, it's when I just when I went to look up my video on there, I just looked back over at the stream and it looks like one of those. It looks like an aging rear video projector TV. Like the big screen TVs everyone had in basements back then. Those are like the best for video games. But they were kind of more washed out always, even from the beginning. Just the technology in comparison to like the glass front smaller ones. And then when they aged, some of them really got pretty grainy. That's kind of what the video looks like that you're seeing. But dang, in person, it's like I'm really up close to it. It feels like you're in it. It's amazing. Oh, there's an open world thing in this game that's pretty fun too. You can just hop in the car and cruise through all the tracks. I do really like that feature. I didn't talk about that. I'm remiss in not mentioning it. And some people are like, I don't like it. Well, it's and I've never really played the Grand Theft Auto games, but it's something like that. You can just cruise around, like a sandbox type game, I guess. And you can't really get out of the car or do a lot more. But it's kind of neat. Fuck, man. I've given you misinformation, and I apologize. It is a kart racer though, and it was. I seem to remember that you could play as like Drac Alucard. And maybe I'm just not. Maybe I'm thinking of a game that does exist, but not on the PSP. Yeah, it's kind of like that. I wish you could get out of the car and do stuff. I never really liked those games, especially as they went on. I just thought they were too. I don't know. But the one that I did like a little bit actually that I played with a friend was Vice City, just because of the Miami look. Because I love that. Just it was cool, like a Scarface, Don Johnson vibe, Miami Vice. Yeah, I think I heard that a lot of people didn't like the open world role, and I think it's a cool idea. But yeah, I do. It'd be nice if you could do something more. But I guess it is a racing game. GBA, but see, I never had a GBA. Damn, I gotta find out what this. I don't think I have my PSP games at my house, so I can't even check. Anybody want a PSP? I think I've got like the Capcom you know how Capcom, the two Capcom arcade compilations on the PS2. I have them, but they brought out the exact same ones for the PSP. And I think I do have something cool. I've got like a Twin B PSP game. I've got the case for it, everything too. You know that one? It's like a compilation of the Twin Bees. But yeah, all that is definitely for sale. If anyone's looking for one, hit me up. I kept that Twin B around. Dude, that might be what I have. Those Ape Escape games are pretty fun. Yeah, I liked to keep in the past on like a little shooting game display shelf the Twin B PSP case because the art is beautiful on it. Seen some of my videos where I was setting up my collection in that closet on the like tavern room. Made it it was really cool. I made it into like a little arcade with that's where I put the one-ups. The one-up pinball. I love that virtual pinball for arcade one-up. I gotta say, I think it's a quality product. There's your boy. There's your nemesis, Lakitu, your favorite enemy. Still, you got the cloud cart. Zutata. Man, they were awesome. The first, like the best thing they ever composed was the first stage of the Ninja Warriors. Yeah, he's flying high. That's the problem with him. But yeah, he was one of the hardest enemies in the old side-scrolling Mario's for sure. I think I agree with you. Yeah, I know, but it's not the same, right? It's like you can call yourself the Grateful Dead, but without if there's no like Jerry Garcia or Bob Weir, and it's like you're not the Grateful Dead. So that doesn't count. I hate it. I kind of don't like it when people try to like continue a name, but there's no connection to the original members. I never played. I never played. Well, I'm sure I played it. I might have played it at a friend's house or rented it or even at a demo kiosk. But I never owned Yoshi's Island on the SNES. I remember being excited in one of the. I think it's like the Star Fox 64. I love that. The Nintendo Power tape. I've got the video on my channel of it. We were watching it on a stream one day when I was playing PC Engine. But I remember at the end of that one, I think when they show the demos, like Ocarina of Time and everything, when they showed Yoshi's story, that one I was like excited about. And I didn't think, and then when I played it, it was like, yeah, it was good. It was good. You know, like for definitely for people into like the Japanese scene. Well, there was a U.S. release for it. I'm sure there was a European one as well, but Mischief Makers is probably like my treasure. Definitely Mischief Makers is one of the coolest games to have for that console. It's a great game. Oh, so you upon revisiting it, you've changed your. It's a pretty good game then, I assume. Yeah, I don't. Definitely the one on the Super Nintendo looks really cool. I mean, the graphics are better. That it looks like that real pastel cartoony look. And then you play the N64 version, and I don't think it looks as good actually. Thought I had it, but I don't think I do. It's like the N64. I've got a little Trinitron in my son's room. And all the carts are in there. I could go check, but it's like I'd have to wade through the catwalk full of toys and toys this room, all over the place. Might fall. No, I just don't think I have Yoshi's Story. So I must have rented it. Yeah, it's a much better look. I really like how that game looked on the SNES. I remember seeing like Super Mario Brothers for the first time. Also, Super Mario World for the first time on a demo kiosk. Here's a real blast from the past throwback. I don't know if you know this store, but it was called Service Merchandise. Did you have those in Louisiana? Okay, so you know what's up. Yeah, I like that was pretty exciting to see that game too. Maybe I just love Mario games. I think that must be it. Oh, nice. Remember back then at like electronic stores, they tried to seem like high end and classier. It's like I think at that one the employees have like suits on and everything. I kind of miss that, you know. It's like I like that walking into a store. I'm I'm selling important, expensive electronics. I must look nice. I mean, everything's gotten so casual, but I did appreciate that. There's the AC kicking in. Dude, I miss Sears as well. I have some great Sears like video game memories back in the day. I oh man, I actually went to Walmart. uh, I took a shower afterwards, so don't worry. I actually went to Walmart over the weekend with wow, no, not this weekend. It was a couple. Um, I just don't. Target is so much better. I don't know. Um, Walmart's pretty grimy, but I did brave the elements. Went there. That's where my son and I got the Luigi's Mansion 2, which was exciting. Walmart's not my first go-to, but I mean, hell, they had it. Other places didn't, so I guess I can't. We've all given GameStop a lot of grief and talked badly of their name over the years, rightfully so. Everything everyone says is true. We all know it. But the biggest heresy, the biggest crime they committed was just putting out all of the local kind of mom and pop brick and mortar shops. And that's why I don't like Walmart either, dude. It's destroyed Main Street America. Now it's like you have these big giant. It's like idiocracy. Like, welcome to Costco. I love you. It's like 5 miles long. The damn store. You know, it's kind of like the dissolution of character. These big chains. I don't know. Walmart's is just filthy, dude. It's the ones around you. I had this store that I loved in Atlanta called Video Games USA. I'm doing that silly voice because that's how the commercial was. It's like doesn't seem like that long ago. See commercials for them, and they had a couple of locations in Atlanta. And I also like the Play and Trade. That was a chain too, but it was really good, man. Back in Athens at UGA, back in the day, it's like God, I found so many good deals at that place. I think I got that Link to the Past back then, and I got it at a Play and Trade for like $10 out of the bin. Oh, and Funko Land, and yeah, one of them. I still have I bought a Mario RPG there, I think, or something, and I still have that green case. You know that the paper box type of thing, so keep the contact points of the cartridge clean or away from dust. Oh, I shot a video of it. I maybe it was like a, geez, I forget sometimes to upload things. I'm always taking pictures and videos like everywhere I go, whatever. It's my hobby, I guess it is. But um, it was like last summer. We went to I found it was like up in Buford or something. It was a little bit of a haul. It's like a 40-minute drive. It's like a place in the Atlanta area or north of it, really. I don't know. It depends on where you draw the line. It differs from person to person. It's not especially close, and I think it's because the rent and overhead in Atlanta proper here in the city, it's like much more expensive, and they can't afford to stay in business, and they're trying to. Obviously, you want to save every dollar, so they seem to do better on the outskirts. But I can't remember the name of it, but that's where I got the Astro City Mini. A really good deal on it too. It's some really cool stuff. It was a big store that sold new games and old ones as well. They had a bunch of the like limited run games and all of this stuff in there too, that you could buy. I thought that I'd never seen that before. So pretty cool. You have a GameStop that sells the old stuff. I remember when I heard, like, I saw online they were doing that. And they were exorbitant prices. They would ship games to you, and I heard bad people had bad things to say about what they actually received, like getting the wrong game or damaged stuff. That's cool if yours is one of the ones that with physical locations that do it inside, because none of the ones in Atlanta that I've been to do that. Yeah, they put out a lot of really cool stuff. That's cool, Sparser. That's cool. Did you ever get anything or see anything nice? Retro wise at the GameStop? Like back in the '90s, I remember I talked told the story about how my buddy, like my Korean buddy, gave me the Sega Saturn. He got a PlayStation and he knew I liked it. That was really nice. He let me. He was like, yeah, you can have it. And then it was like that. I think that summer also, I went back up. I flew back up to Logan, to Boston to see my buddies in North Andover, and I played Final. Like that's where I got into Final Fantasy VII. So one of my buddies had it, and we were playing it in his basement. And the games, it was still Electronics Boutique back in '98, GameStop, which was way better than GameStop. And so we went up to like Rockingham Park Mall in Salem, New Hampshire, because it's just like tax-free state, and we're like really North Mass, so really close to the border. It was quicker to go there than to like Methuen or North Shore Mall, you know. So we go to New Hampshire, but they were selling Sega Saturn imports back then. It's like that's weird. They had them. They had like X Men vs Street Fighter on there. I think I bought Nights into Dreams. Be pretty wild to walk into a GameStop in Atlanta anywhere and see like Sega Saturn games from any region. Because none of ours, I thought for sure here they would do that. I don't know, maybe there are other ones I don't know about it too, but none of the ones that I go to. Yeah, EV games. If you can like, transport yourself back in time, I don't know if you have like a mental image of this, but I at that mall I'm talking about, and even in the one here, one of the ones I went to in Atlanta a lot back in the late '90s, they had games, two competing game stores, three really, because KB Toys, as you will recall, sold games. That was an awesome store. So we had like three video game shops in the mall. There was like KB, Electronics Boutique, and Software, etc., all in the same mall. That was pretty cool. And there was a nice arcade. It was called Challenges. That was great. Good memories. It's not the same now. All that stuff is gone. There is a GameStop. Yeah, it was awesome. But I mean, I like with the Electronics Boutique in New Hampshire and that one mall in Rockingham Park Mall. It was just so nice the way the store. I just love that like late '80s, early '90s look. How the wall, that like sleek white kind of particle board, whatever, where the games were, and you have those like what they almost look like little Japanese arcade cabs. You remember the demo units that they would put in the front at Electronics Boutique, and these kind of like they looked like really what you would think of a Japanese arcade cab. It was like a little thick white housing that went up with the monitor, base square, and then it kind of angles up with the monitor like an arcade cab. Japanese, like bright white. And they had like three of them lined up. I remember seeing that Final Fantasy VII demo on there. Like those stores were so much. GameStop's like dirty, man. It's just, it's like, some of them are nicer than others, but the GameStop I went to at the mall the other day, it's like they hadn't vacuumed in weeks. And then there's another one that's a standalone store that's pretty clean. And Media Play. When I was a teenager, I worked at Media Play in the video game section as like a job after school. So I could get discounts. And we had You know that classic Nintendo promotional Mario, the 4 foot tall one where he's like giving the peace sign. We had one of those next to our like demo kiosk with PlayStation and N64. It's a pretty nice little setup. I love Media Play was great. Yeah, the giant Game Boys, definitely remember those. Toys R Us was really great when you think back, like the long aisles and demo kiosks for each different system they usually had. Back then, the one in New Hampshire, and when I would go to in Atlanta, like as time wore on, it was like a much smaller section, just a squared off little area, and but they still have the demo kiosks in there and everything. That was sad that Toys R Us went there. KB, Toys R Us, EV, Electronic Boutique, Software, etc. Guess we've named pretty much all service merchandise. I don't think they're still around either. Yeah, I don't really. Me too, man. But that you see, so that's a good way to put it. With the PlayStation games, they're trying to look all realistic and they're all serious and it's like chill, man, chill, bro. I just it's kind it's just not my thing. And then you play like a modern Nintendo console. It's still like I just like them the best. It's so imaginative, and it feels anything but stale. You know, it's just that distinct. I don't know, like the Mario IP is just there's so much you can do with it, and everything they do, man. It's still they keep modern gaming alive for me. Otherwise, I'd be totally out of it. I know, right? That's why these otherworldly kind of cartoonish, um, much more so light-hearted, silly games are just fun. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if anyone would expect them to do things differently. I mean, as a company, it's like I feel like they've made bad decisions and kind of not been great with the fans, I guess, with some of the things they've done. But you know, I will say that I love the games they develop. Yeah, that's the one. I guess that's like that'll go down in history in the history books as probably the most heated one. It was like that almost captured the public's attention and imagination. The kind of war between them and who liked which one better and which one was selling more. You know, got constantly in the Wall Street Journal talking about that kind of stuff back then. So it was really that was an interesting one. One for the books. And the back and forth, Sega does what Nintendo don't, and all that stuff. It's funny. So the first console in the '80s, the NES, for me, and then kind of being intrigued by it's just Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know what it was, and some of my friends had that, so it was just different. It was like sleek and black, and they tried to make it more. I don't know. The arcade ports were great on it, but I still kind of always regretted. I think getting a Genesis because back then, and then an SNES. I got the SNES later, played it though a lot with friends, so it was almost like I had it in a way. When it was new. And then it was like after that, the next console I got wasn't in 64. I went back to the well. At the time, I was thinking, it would have been unthinkable to have Sony create a video game console. It's like, what? You joking? And but damn, the PlayStation 1 was awesome. Easily, you could say that's the best console of all time. Overall, I think it was better than the Saturn and the N64. Probably just that's a tough call between the Saturn and the PlayStation. They're the two best consoles of all time. But, I don't even know if I can pick. I don't even know if I can really say that. There are a lot of other ones that I like too. If you just had to pick one. Yeah, virtual racing. Yeah, it does. It's kind of a better port than the Saturn version, right? Though, because it tried to keep it more 1-to-1, exactly like what the arcade machine was. The Saturn one was weird, if you remember. It had added all of this other stuff like go karts, and at least that's what I recall. Like different tracks and music. Yeah, I know, but that was realistic. It was like an arcade port. So it is cool that they didn't. Wasn't there like a 32X one that was better? Or yeah, the Saturn one's kind of disappointing. It's fun, it's different, but it's like this isn't virtual racing really. It's not like the arcade game. Yeah, yeah. Which is horrible when you get like I just think that like the European and American developers, their intros are just so bad compared to the Japanese ones. So like when you see like Rare or like Acclaim or something, it's like it's just terrible. It looks the logos they're not they just don't look as cool as the Capcom and Konami and Namco. And the Japanese devs always did better intros. They captured that magic more. So it's like Time Warner. Every time you load that, and it feels like that. It's like, what is this game? At one point in time, a while back, I was like, yeah, man, I've never had a 32X. I kind of want to pick one up, and in the game, really, I was like, I want to play virtual racing again. I had a buddy who had it in Massachusetts. Yeah, they did, but it's like, then I don't know. I like it more just like straight up when you see like a Taito logo or something, throwing that on there too. Which one do I have? Do I have, I'm trying to remember, because they renamed it something. Or, I guess just Bust a Move, right? I think I've got, on the N64, we like to play those games. My son and I, the Puzzle Bobble games. It was like Bust a Move 2, I think I have, but then I have the Japanese, I don't know. Like one of them's like a direct port of the Neo Geo MVS Puzzle Bobble 2 game. You know, I think they just it was bust a move too. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's Space Harrier on it. But I've got those for the Saturn, and those are the best versions. Like Space Harrier, Afterburner 2, and Galaxy Force, was it? Yeah. Right, and there's like a really good arcade port to the N64 of it, Bust a Move 2. Well, that's the one I have. Of course, I'm sure that there's a Japanese cart for it as well. It's Puzzle Bobble. Puzzle Bobble. Haito, touch the hato. Were they? Okay, okay. How different is the F3 version from the MVS cart? Because I don't actually own the MVS cart of Puzzle Bobble. Well, I do have a Dark Soft MVS. I guess I could fire it up and find out. But I never owned that, so it's more foggy in my mind. I played more of that N64 version. What's the difference? Like, is there any real discernible difference, or just like a different intro? I mean, I can't remember actually. Well, right. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, how do you know? I guess you officially know that, but there's really no way to tell. So it's like I just assumed MVS because that's what I don't know. Trying to think. That's probably where I played more of it at arcades than just like on an F3 board in a dedicated cab or something. I don't even think I ever saw that. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Then it's yeah. So I do love that. I was just saying it. Um, so okay, then I'm glad it is the F3 version because that has some charming character too. I love hearing that when you fire it up. Taito. Hey Ben, what's up? Yeah, man, that's so funny because that's what when my I played it at my buddy's house back in the day. It was just a hell, just a hellacious mess of wires back there. And then the other problem I remember is, it had those like metal legs that you had to jam in there, and sometimes it wouldn't set just right. It's like an atrocity of a system. Yeah, it's tied. It's touch the heart, though, Taito, like touch the heart. Katakanaized. I don't think I've ever fired that up on the dark soft. It's like I got that. I've had that for a real long time, but I kind of regret getting it because it really wasn't cheap, and I don't use it. you know, I know people. I could probably a lot of people are looking for one. It's like I'm kind of thinking like I don't need this because over the years before getting that, like back when I was in Japan, and then I continued it a lot more in the U.S. even importing MVS cards. But I was building up a collection of the actual hardware, which I like. That's the other PCBs I want to sell, but I want to keep the MVS stuff. I think I've got like most of the games I would even ever play, like 50 of them. And the Dark Soft adds like 100 more. There, I was like so into MVS for a real long time. I don't know, just back in the day, seeing the big red with the four slot or just the two, just it's like the best cabinet in the arcade, other than like the Capcom ones, like the Capcom Dynamo. What are they called? It's not the regular Dynamos are cool, but this is the showcase it was called the Capcom Showcase Dynamo, where that bigger screen and then the pedestal that would come out. Those were those might be the coolest. Does that guy still make videos? He was hilarious. I remember watching him. I thought he was great. The Long Island, he's fucking hilarious. Head 1000. I remember his channel back in the day had it was like the description was like it's like dumping a garbage can on your on your computer screen. Goals and goes, so he's good. Oh, you did viewpoint on the FM Towns Marty. Damn, dude, you're dropping the big ones. Like last month, it was Vimana. That is pretty cool. Oh, you got it for 60? Wow, how did you manage to do that? He built some awesome stuff. Like not only game related mods, just some wild stuff in his backyard. Do you remember some of that? Like he was like welding and shit. Hey BR, you have a PC engine, of course, right? Oh, okay, because I know you love those. those Rainbow Island. Like I've got the one on the all those games. I've got the one on the PC Engine. It's like if I ever get rid of it, I'll hook you up with a deal. But if you don't have a system, I guess that wouldn't help. Parasol Stars. I mean, not Rainbow. It's it's like related. It's actually a really good game. My PC Engine is just when you have so much stuff, it's like you just can't play it all. So that's why I want to whittle down. My PC Engine is very accessible right now. A mess in there. It's so rare. Done in that voice, I hope. But it's rare. It's so rare, guys. Who said that? That's on somebody's channel. Somebody used to do that. Thought it was funny. I can't remember now. It's so funny because, and I'll still toss the word around on occasion, but the retro game community, it was like it's been like decades, almost 2 decades now that we've just been saying like, oh, this is rare. It's pretty rare, rare. It's so rare. It just became like a caricature of itself, like a meme. When I say it's so rare, I love to have a laugh at myself when I say that. I know, but it's like we all use the word so damn much that it became kind of a running joke. Yeah, you're right. It's like even Panzer Dragoon Saga has like an obscenely high amount of copies. I mean, not really, but it's like 20 let's say it was like between 25 and 30, 50,000 maybe. Is that really rare? I mean, it's a lower print run, maybe it's lower than that. I can't remember. I do have it. It's like there are probably 25,000 other people who have it. I don't, can we really class that as being rare? Oh, yeah, you have Q, that's it. Well, you don't need it if you have Twin Cobra, I guess. Kyukyoku. It's probably the same in New Zealand, but here in the States, it wasn't as though every arcade had like a Mikado, like or Club Sega Shmup Hall. Like shmups were more. I'd say they were more scarce over here because they definitely weren't as popular. But Twin Cobra was one that was always in the arcade, so it's got to be one of my favorites. And Raiden, you'd see a lot of Raidens over here. Twin Cobra, of course, Galaga. Oh, see, I gotcha. See, I'd forgotten the regional difference. Oh wait, never mind. Scratch that. You said Twin Cobra 2. You're comparing Twin Cobra 2 to Kyokyoku Tiger. Yeah, I have the Saturn game as well. I think that's worth a lot now. Wait, what's, oh, Mizubaku Daiboken? Yeah, I got that one a long time ago, and it was like $30, you know. But that's a long time ago. Liquid Kids. I know that sucks. That is very true about the shooting battle. It's one of those anomalies, and it's unfortunate for me because I have that nice 27-inch. The dueling Trinitrons, one Yoko, one Tate, and the PS2 is hooked up to the Tate through component. So the game looks beautiful. It feels like you're on a candy cab. I really like that setup I did in the corner on the old wooden desk. And yeah, it's like I can't use it because of what you said. The game you really want to play doesn't even run on it. And then it's like, well, if I want to play that on there, I have to get a PlayStation out and hook it up, or because my US PS2 doesn't really work, I'd have to get one of my modded PS1s. Oh, and then it would only be S video, wouldn't be component. And it's like a fit to get back there because they'll give you one. And I've already got the Saturn on that TV plugged into that S video spot. I could have done something with a switcher. I should have maybe done that, put it on the base down there, but that's what the consoles are. I don't know, Joe, I'm rambling here. So I have that on that setup with the little IBM on the Waka. So I could also tate it the other way to play another one of your favorite games, Valkyrie no Densetsu. Were we able to salvage the wreckage? Did that come back on? PS4. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. It runs like half speed. I've tried it too. It's not the only game like that. There are several others that have these weird quirks about them when you're playing them on the PS2. Yeah, I lost signal there for a second. I was talking to an a blank camera for 30 seconds. I lost battery rather. This is one of my favorite demo tracks ever. It just goes on forever and it just generates new scenes. It seems to be endless. You know what I was really disappointed about? Luigi's Mansion 2 has no demo track. It's like, what's that about? It just sits statically on the screen where the title of the game is. Like, oh man, come on. That's the arcade heart in me, you know, when I play a game like Mario, whatever. And these are arcadey style games anyway. Sometimes I just leave the demo on, just watch it. Yeah, a bunch of games don't have demos on the NES too that I wish did. I think does Little Nemo have one? I seem to remember maybe it didn't, but maybe it does. And then again, DuckTales is, and it's like one of the best Nintendo games ever. I got the remake of that on the. I have that on the Wii U. That DuckTales remaster. I barely played it though. Back in the day. Well, I don't know though. You don't. Some of the Capcom demos are pretty. They've got some pretty lengthy ones. The worst one is Street Fighter Alpha 2. It shows hardly any gameplay. But the other part of the intro was pretty cool though, so I don't know. Oh, but you're probably yeah. I mean, you're talking Nintendo wise. I didn't see what you said above it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So maybe the Nemo game didn't have one either that I'm thinking of, or the Dream Master. What was that game called? I probably just made up the title. Okay, so that was the title. I don't think it has a demo either. That's a great. I mean, that's one of the best platform games on that console. I would have to say. And then there's Nemo, which is different, but the arcade game on the Capcom CPS one. That's never gotten any love, you know, and that's an awesome platform game too. But none of the Capcom compilations over the year have included that. Maybe they can't. I don't know. Is that their IP or is it still based on the movie? You know, I'm not sure how that goes. Nice. Me too, dude. Like I wish the demo had more game. We're just talking about the demos. I wish the Alpha 2 demo has like, it's got a really cool kind of animated type sequence, whatever. I guess it's just like where Dan kicks through Sagat and it explodes and all that. But they don't show you much gameplay. But yeah, I love Alpha 2. Like when I got the PS1, my brother and I, the first three games we got were Crash Bandicoot, Resident Evil, and Street Fighter Alpha 2. And that game, Alpha, it might be my favorite Street Fighter ever though. When I just actually playing it, I kind of like Alpha One better because I like the demo a little better maybe too. I don't know, two's probably better. It was FMV, yeah, yeah. Oh, so yeah, so it's got to be grainier, but on the arcade it's not, you know. But yeah, that was that one has a special place in the memory banks. That port on the PS1. Are you what kind of F are you? What, are you talking about? Still like the animated characters, but just done in FMV form, or did you like you had a different? Was that possibly in your? Are you talking about the American one? Because I don't remember that. Maybe. Okay, right. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. I'm so used to now playing the arcade. I never got the CPS2 board, but with all the you know, even going back to the PS2 with the Alpha Collection, and definitely now with the arcade Stadia, I'm always seeing the arcade intro. I almost forgot about the FMV of the PS1, or I mean, I did. Did you ever play X-Men vs Street Fighter? You got me thinking about that PS1 port, where it was actually pretty bad, but um, I don't know. I still enjoyed playing it, but you couldn't switch characters. Not enough RAM. Need that Saturn 4 meg RAM card. Yeah, it's silly to have done that. Oh yeah, yeah. And if you've played the Saturn versions, I think yeah, it's like the audio is not. The PS1 has better audio. It sounds like it's super compressed on the Saturn port. Marvel vs. Capcom on the Dreamcast. I remember getting that port, and that was so much fun. The best was to get 3 people or 4 people total over, and you could, remember that on the Dreamcast you could play, one, two, three, 4 players, the 2v2 tag, and one guy you tag out, and your buddy would jump in, and vice versa. The same thing with player 3 and 4 as their team. That was so much fun. A lot of the Capcom, definitely all of the alphas, or at least I don't remember 3. Definitely like 1 and 2. I feel like too on Saturn and some others. So does Metal Slug on the Saturn. It actually really bugs me a little bit. It's so much cleaner the voice samples on the MVS arcade cards and on the Neo Geo CD versions. Yeah, is that the one that's on the that Street Fighter collection where it has like I have that game, the double disc. And yeah, Samurai Showdown games are awesome. I was just thinking, do you like I love Samurai Showdown, but I like Last Blade better. What do you think about Last Blade? I had a really fun time the past couple of years on that Unico MVS cabinet. I think it's awesome. The only problem is like I can't see all of the screen. They did a weird job with it. You kind of have to look down a little bit. There is. I should get the riser, but I think aesthetically it wouldn't look as good. But I might need to. It's a little short. But on a stool, it's fine. But I mean, I really like it. It's knockoff, like it's the replica arcade sticks and buttons, but I think they feel really good. And the monitor is awesome, the way it's scaled and the scan line options. So it's like the most fun I've ever had playing Last Blade is on that little Neo Geo cabinet. It's awesome, man. It feels like having the old Big Red, but don't have to worry about a dying monitor, and it's not like 900 pounds, and it was a lot cheaper. Of course, I would have liked to have had a Big Red, but this is really cool that they made this. I'm just saying, like, at this point in my life, I'm done buying big arcade machines. I already got three. One's down in the basement, the mini cube, and the other two are in storage. So, yeah, the arcade one-ups and the Unico stuff have been kind of fun. They come in a box and you build them and they're not heavy. You can slide them around, move them anywhere. You don't have to worry about it. Arcade monitors are the worst, dude. They'll give you so many problems. Oh my god. They've all had such hard lives being run for like sometimes up to 12 or more hours a day. And it's like really tough to source new ones now. So I mean, whether people like it or not, I think the future of like whatever arcades will be already the way it is. Obviously, for a long time in public arcades, everything's LCD now. The games aren't as good, but there are some cool, like large sit-down cabs and things they made. It's just for us, we're keeping the kind of hobby alive with the older stuff. I think eventually it's gonna just be LCD monitors with nice scanline filters and everything to get it to replicate. Some people have already bought that Phoenix, whatever it is, the monitor Unico makes. They have one that fits pretty well for like the Neo Geo, the Japanese cabinets. I've heard some people think it's. I think there were some problems, but they've been ironed out with just a video board. And it's just kind of where things will eventually go. No CRTs being made. Yeah, Last Blade. Yeah. So are the alphas too. Really, the arcades are harder. But yeah, Last Blade is no joke on standard NVS difficulty. Hell, you could even put it down to like take it off like NVS and just put it on hard, and it's still really tough. I've never cleared it on NVS difficulty. I think I've made it up to the very end, and it's like I can't do that every time. But on the NVS X caps, this plays well. I'm playing better than I've played on other things. Like I have the NVS on the cartridge as well. I know, right? Yeah. They have been around and in some places. Some seedy places. How many times have they been kicked? Well, they're safe. They're inside the machine. So people were so rough with arcades back in the day. And I've actually seen that before, like the arcade operator, the proprietor who's running the small arcade in the mall. He's got his like apron on, the name of the arcade on it, and everything. Have to come over and like settle some people down. Just how many drinks have people spilled on them and all that. Like there was one arcade I had at one mall where the guy had a very strict policy of not allowing drinks in, and it's probably a good one to have, saving yourself as the operator a lot of grief cleaning up that spills on a control panel. Nah, me too. I never. That'd be a horrible thing to do. It's like if you win, you win, you lose. But I have seen people doing that. Me, can't understand it. It's like that's somebody else's property. It's just wrong to do. Because some people don't stop to think like, well, this is this guy's business. He's providing us entertainment. Why would you want to hurt his property? Look at that. Mayhem is, like I said, I think it's a cool, really nice, especially more than anything. It's a fun game too, but I'm really impressed with it. It was a tech demo for the system. Looked crappy through the stream in my angle, but like in person staring directly at it. It's a Samsung Frame TV too. It's like I mean, I think it looks beautiful. This game on this. I mean, maybe the TV. I have a couple of other Samsungs that are like better video quality statistics or RTings ratings. You know, take that for what it's whatever that's worth. It looks just as good to me. Yeah. Well, I guess it depends. There was a point in time. Yeah, I'm with you there for the most part. But there was a point in time where Dave and Buster's I went to. This is a little while ago now. Back it's 2000, maybe 16, 7. I don't know. It's been a while. It's like getting near 10 years. At one point, they had like Time Crisis 5, Luigi's Mansion, the Mario Kart arcade games. What else? Like I've talked about it before, but a couple of cool other light gun games. I thought that time, everything they had in there at that point in time was pretty about as good as you could get from today. There's like some cool like sit down motorcycle games, like some truck driving game, newer ones, and the Jurassic Park sit down light gun game is awesome. I think the Raw Thrills did those, and the old one too was great. Like, dude, there's a Chuck E. Cheese I went to with my son. It's still there, and it is actually so cool. It's if you have one in your area, check it out because this Chuck E. Cheese like pretty near my. It's got yeah, they've got like miniature versions of like Jurassic Park and Dead Storm Pirates, so like kids could play it, I guess. And it's like I just thought this is so cool. You know, the thing I like about Arcade One Up is it's kind of like you know what you're getting with it, but just the whole idea of making a North American cabinet kind of into a smaller Japanese candy cap sort of like mini cute size. I love it. It's so they look awesome. Um, so basically, this is the same concept. It's like I don't know. I guess I wonder if you could look up on forums like if Clav if people have those categorized and listed, but it's like a mini version of the exact Dead Storm Pirates game, Jurassic Park classic arcade game. There are a few others. Like that's so cool because imagine having those at home. Like you could actually, they don't take up a lot of space, but they're those games. It's like boom, my if that Chuck E. Cheese ever goes out of business, I'm gonna be like hanging out. Like, hey, you guys want to sell that? Because that is like the coolest arcade cabinet I have ever seen. A mini Dead Storm Pirates. Yeah, have you? So have you seen what I'm talking about? With those little versions of those cabs? Wait, so who actually? I was just assuming that that was their property. Who actually? Are you saying somebody else owns it now? I mean, I didn't know that. Oh, I'm telling you, man. If it's close by, check it out because I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't know. I'd love to know. See if you guys have those mini cabs. If they're doing that all across the country. If there's a lot of them actually. Really, but aren't Namco still releasing all kinds of anniversary arcade machines for like the, you know what I mean? It's got their branding all over it. Like you can even buy the cabs on their website, I believe, like the Pac-Man Pixel Bash. Um, I played one at like a home entertainment recreation store. It was like the joystick. I don't know. It was I think that's what I played there. It was like not great quality joysticks. Like they felt worse than what you're playing on an arcade one up. It was weird. Just it was like it wasn't a four-way joystick. I thought for the. I'm like, how could you do that? Maybe I don't know. Maybe thinking of a different multi-cam I played there. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, because it's all regular Pac-Man, I guess. You know, like the Pac-Man Pixel Dash. There's a chill one where it has like a mini refrigerator underneath it. Yeah, because I guess that's where Arcade One Up acquired the license to use the Miss Pac-Man stuff in their machines. Do you like? See, I'm a big fan of the turbo feature. Without it, the game just I don't know. It seems so slow to me. But I'm used to playing like the class of '81 cabinets in the arcade where they would have that turbo speed turned on. The arcade one up class of '81 has the turbo feature option too. Yeah, that's the problem with them. You gotta have somebody restore it or have changed it out a while back. Yeah, and it might not even be fixable. I mean, burn-in is irreversible, so so many. That's the thing with it. It doesn't. I guess it doesn't matter as much if it's just a dedicated Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man. But when it's the class of '81 and they have a bad burn-in, and you're trying to play Galaga and you see the full Pac-Man maze on the screen, it's like it's really not good. I'm sure you've seen that. I guess why would the burn-in wouldn't necessarily matter for just a dedicated Miss Pac-Man or Pac-Man, because when the picture came on, you'd see what was there. You'd only really notice it, I guess, when the thing was turned off. Maybe I don't know. My my Neo Geo cabs don't really have any. They're not perfect though. Like the Neo 29 monitor. I don't think it's ever looked as good as the Super Neo 29. It's an older machine. It's like probably the Neo 29 predates the Super by I believe like 3 or 4 years. That's a lot. and especially considering Japanese arcades, were usually open, a lot of them a lot later than they were over here, so that means more runtime, more wear and tear on the monitor. But it still looks really good. I think the Super Neo 29, what was it, 96 or 7, they came out, so it's definitely had less wear and tear, and it looks a little better. And it's like with my Mini Cute, it's totally not the original stuff in it. Like it's not the. It's a the monitor's been replaced. I'm pretty sure. I mean, and it looks pretty decent, but it's like with an arcade monitor, they've all got a little wear and tear. A good old Turbo. Those are all good games. Like some guy around here locally who was trying to sell like a restored Turbo for the longest time. It really wasn't that expensive. I think that game would get old pretty quickly unless you were one of those guys who would, you see a few YouTubers here that did their full basement like an 80s 90s arcade where they actually, for them it's like, oh yeah, since they already have like 30 in their room, sometimes adding a turbo is not such a big deal. It's just part of what they're doing. And I think that is pretty. I mean, you see some of those, and there'd be obviously nothing as cool as that to have like all those dedicated machines with the original artwork. And of course, you can't see them because you got to put them next to each other side by side. But the marquees look cool. See, like I'm working on the game room. I got the bumper pool table in there, and I moved some of the monitors over to one wall. I think I'm gonna have to move that pool table. It's like a little bit to the right. I don't know. I think I have it a little far to the left. But I was gonna clear out the other walls. Like shit. Well, I'll just keep this over here and put the arc. Maybe like get the Neo cabs over on the other side, and that would be because I always wanted to have like a billiards pool room. Reminds me of the arcades I've been in. So it's like I couldn't have a full size pool table, but this is really good too. I mean, I could put a full size like bar box 7-foot pool table. I could have rather, but you wouldn't be able to have any video game, any arcades around it. My makeshift little arcade caps are actual ones. So this is the perfect thing. It's so much more fun than I thought to own. Like it's really fun just to play by yourself. John's, yeah, like John's, and that's exactly what I'm talking about with the old '80s arcade. But for yeah, it's like I really like what I've done having the makeshift setups and the real caps together, and definitely more of a Japanese feel with the content and how I've structured everything. And then my cabs are Japanese, so it's all sit down. So I really like what I've done with the. I think the room it'll really feel like an interesting. Just with the two cabs in the back. I'm getting tired here. It's late. Couldn't sleep tonight though. Whatever. Galloping Ghost in Chicago. They had a Darius Burst, another Chronicle. Just like shooting a pool the other day down there, and had turned on the Sega Saturn and had Virtua Cop running, or like Daytona the other day too, and it just feels like, man, having them all, that combination of all those things, really, it's fun. It takes you back. It does feel like a little arcade. So all the beach ones that you go to, they'd be like a bar section, and a lot of them in Myrtle Beach in South Carolina over the years. You know, the pool table and the cabs and the bar. So it's like that's what I've tried to recreate. And the man cave, super fun. I really like how it's doing that. Yeah, there's King Boo. But I guess the stream is a pretty good example of how immense the demo attract mode is for this game. It's like the one thing holding it back for me is the no Koopalings. That better be like a DLC. Of course, I'm sure that was their plan. Now, nowadays when we buy games, unfortunately, they're not complete. Or maybe they won't do that at all, but if they did, it would be like the perfect Mario Kart. I don't know. I like the tracks enough. They're a little better in 8. They're more fun to zoom around. I know, right? And it's like, sucker that I am, I'm gonna be like shelling out $5 a head for the 7 Koopa things. They get like a over $100 game. I mean, actually, this one came with the system, but I'm sure that raised the price of it a little. Just not physical, just a download code. That's fine for me. I'm mostly digital anyway. But there was something really fun and about brought back some of that magic. It's Nintendo brick and mortar. Like going to the store with my son to buy the Luigi's Mansion 2 and Mario Kart 8. And then it deluxe, and it turns out it's like I read that the backward compatible games. I didn't notice it with Luigi's Mansion so much, but with Mario Kart 8, the demo, it's kind of distracting and stutter. It's like we're so used to these things now loading instantly that remember how bad Neo Geo CD was, where you could literally wait 45 seconds. Nowadays, when Mario Kart 8, the actual physical little card, it's like I was seeing it run up kind of like 4 to, I don't know, maybe like 5 second load times. They felt really long. What's going on? There's nothing too major. Man. I've heard that people say the DLC, or rather, I'm sorry, the eShop downloads of the games, Switch games, don't load as slowly on the Switch too. But I don't know. Was it? Gosh, that's so. Yeah, and they're they hide behind the fact that they think that there's much more content now, but really it's like a Mario Kart game. It's like an arcade game. That's fine with me. Like for Daytona, I just love the three tracks. I can play them over and over and over. So I guess there's more to this. But yeah, it's a lot of money. And Nintendo was really notorious, as you know, for not dropping prices years and years and years after the software has been released. You'll get that $10 drop at most, but now they're like $60. The Switch games were, or for the original one. So Luigi's Mansion had at least 2 HD had at least dropped down to $50. That's what you get for Nintendo. It's like yeah, to 4 years or whatever. You get a $10 off. I'll be right back. Use the restroom. Yeah, the card. It's I worry about the durability of it and everything, and where you're inserting it. And it's just like a piece of plastic with a cover, and there's no manual. PS4 has been doing that for a while, so it's nothing new. But I guess that's how it is. It's a little bit pricey, I think. I don't plan on building up some large library. It's like I'll probably get 10 games for this thing. because it's like I'm not. Depends, you know. I use the PS4 for arcade stuff, but it's. I don't know if there will come a point in time where I guess there will have to. It's still going kind of strong, even with the PS5 out. The games are still coming out for both, but it's getting less and less. So I guess this is the most current console I have now, and a lot of the arcade ports are coming to the eShop, but they're really cheap. Like the hamster one's like $5. Oh, do you? I remember making that. That was fun. That I think that was in 2012, right, or 13. When did I make that? Yeah, I had man, and like those are yeah, that was like Konami heaven. I had the Turtles PCB running. I think I had Sunset Riders PCB running. Yeah, that's true, but not much more. I think I've seen them at 7.99. Wow, gosh, those were good days. Oh, I had the yeah Turtles in Time on the PVM, right? Did I have the Wild West Cowboys with Moo Mesa board running? I should have. That might be their best game ever. It is so good. That PCB died on me. That's okay. I played in MAME. My MAME setup, it's really good. So, but I wonder if that PCB was still alive when I shot that video. R.I.P. R.I.P. Moo Mesa is no longer with us. Actually, it is. And it could be repaired. I'm sure. It's never bothered. Look at the cow. You see the cow? That's pretty. It's kind of a cool character. Like, yeah, I'd be fine with all those characters I call throwaways if you just put the Koopa Kids in too. Why not? I mean, 24 guys on the track at one time is amazing. It's absolute bedlam. Oh, Yahoo! That was probably the Saturn compilation, the Detana Yahoo package. Oh, you know what was cool? I thought in that video, I remember on the 20, like right to the right of the monitor you're just talking about that had Twin B, right to the right of it on the 20-inch Trinitron, I had Metal Gear Solid with that intro running.
Weapons and Equipment OSP. On-site procurement. What a masterpiece that was. And they never followed it up with anything of any worth, I thought. I don't know, I just couldn't get into the other ones. I played two, but it just didn't do it for me. And then I never played another one, but I love the first game. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, maybe. I mean, would they have any grounds to do that? I don't know. Actually, what is Marvel? I'm not so familiar with Marvel and AA. Yeah, so I left out that one too. And I guess it was on the NES as well. I didn't really play that one. Like I love Police Knots too. The Kojima games are, and back then they were all good. Yeah, but I don't. I'm just trying to think of like Marvel. What was the game? Was it? It wasn't actual Marvel characters, so they wouldn't really. Couldn't they? I mean, is there anything there? I don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah, I never played that. Yes, I think they'd be fine to release it. I don't know. Marvel's all Hollywood now. No, I wouldn't trust them. Like if they thought they could sue and be successful at it, like I'm sure they would. But I don't know in this case. Right, yeah. I don't see anything there with that. I mean it's just a word. Huh. Yeah, but it's just it's there's no relation to any of the characters. It's not like Wolverine's in there cutting people up or anything. It's like if I named something foot, I mean it's a word. You can find it in the dictionary. It's like I don't. You can't have sole ownership of the word foot. I think the same thing applies in this case.
don't think I ever played that, so I don't even know the game you're really talking about. Is it worth playing? I've never played it. I don't. Yeah, that one must have slipped through the cracks for me. Let me look it up. It's not on the It's not on all those compilations on the PS1. Hmm. That looks cool. So I was looking at some screenshots. 1989. Yeah, I like the visuals. Yeah, it's like I think Wonder Momo is a cool game too, but like I like the idea of the game and the visuals and the characters, but then when you play it, it's like I don't know, this is hard. You know what I think one of the best ports on the Genesis is? The New Zealand story. I have that one. I mean that's Taito, but I've got Philios also. I've got Rolling Thunder too. Man, I like that. I have not played in forever. Will I ever play it again? That's the problem. Probably might not. No, I've got that one. That one's in my little game case in the basement. The storage case. It's like an IKEA Billy Oxford I have in the little arcade one-up room. That's nice because it's kind of away in there, and it adds to the visual of that room. And you just walk in there, grab a game off the shelf, and walk back into the arcade pool table room. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I think it's a great port. It's really good. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm not familiar with Tim Follin. Yeah, I think I have that. I know I have one of those Taito compilations. It might be on it. Like, there are so many of those, and then the Japanese releases, the two different ones. I think you have them, don't you? Oh, did he do the music for Plock? Like the SNES platform game? The music in that is really good. I used that. I think that's the game. It was a platform game, right? You know that the song, like the beach stage level, that track is great. Yeah, I loved it. Ba-da-down, 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 ba-da-da-da-da-da-down. I know. Yeah, it's weird because it sounds so tinny in some games, but if you use it right, the right developers, I mean, like the Final Fantasy 3 had some great music, and yeah, Plock was awesome. Yeah, like it's really. The thing is, a lot of people don't know of the game. Really, it wasn't super popular. So, but yeah, just for the music to play that game. I use that track as a background track in a video I made. I don't know if you saw it. It was like of a reef tank at a shop here in Atlanta. It's a really nice 400-gallon reef tank. Some wicked SPS corals in there. And I use that beach track from Block as like the back the music for the video. It is the Capcom games do have a tinny sound, and it doesn't really bother me a ton. But I mean, you know, you're playing a port, so it's like I always like to look at ports to like lesser hardware than the original arcade PCB as having their own unique charm and character. Like 8 or 16-bit versions, and some of them are like really good. You know, they stand the test of time, and they're just unique in their own right. I mean, I gotta say though, like Sunset Riders has that tinny sound to it as well, but I still think it sounds good. Yeah, yeah, it's good. And then like Captain Commandos is not very good. Oh, Knights of the Round had some of the best too. That is very true. God, I dare say, I almost think that Knights of the Round on the SNES, I like prefer the sound and the music to the arcade board. Yeah, I got that one. It does. The PS1 version of Captain Commando is like it's a really good port, and it has it's like an arcade perfect port of the game, and it's just so cool that they brought that one out like that. Yeah, I've had that for a while, and then they also did like a remix soundtrack, the CD quality, and it's different, but it's cool. I like it too. Do one more Grand Prix. I'll just use that. Now, what are some cool courses? That one castle, they're definitely modeled after a specific city, town in France. I'm low on battery. My computer. Charger cable for the. Oh, this is the best track in the game too. One of them, never mind. I love this one. It just went out, my laptop. Like, I can't read the comments, like I can look at the screen. Oh, dude, what are you doing? Ah, how can you? God, man, this. Damn it, Cactus Man, you took my double bumps. Ah, she beat me. Oh, man. By a car length. Missed the boost again. You know what game I would actually wouldn't mind playing again would be Super Mario Sunshine. And Nintendo did bring out some kind of anniversary package a few years back for just the original Switch that had Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine on it. And they said this is the stupid things they do, right? Stupid stuff. So I don't. They took it down. They delisted it from the store, and it's you can't find a physical copy anywhere anymore. So it's like, oh, okay, people now it's really expensive online. So it's like, it'd be great if you just left it on the store. Oh Lord. See, they're vicious with those blue shells. When you get in first, you know you're gonna get hit by one, so you're kind of almost trying to time the way that you approach the finish line, kind of make a dramatic pass at the end sometimes. Like in 150cc, they're even rougher. That water looks really good. Jeez, I'm not raising well at all. Right away, another blue shell. time that one just right. Pass him at the end. You see what I'm saying now? I can't read the comments, unfortunately. Let me see if I can. Ah. Used to be a way to pull them up on the screen. I can't bring them up on the screen, but it would be hard to read anyway. I saw you were typing. I saw a message pop up, but I couldn't read it from this angle. Sorry. Giant Birdo statue. But yeah, Mario Sunshine was really good. You know what? What is it? I never played the Odyssey one. Well, that's not true. I did play the Odyssey one at a demo kiosk. And I was like, I don't know. Maybe that wasn't enough time, but it didn't floor me. And I did play the Galaxies a little bit on the Wii U, backward compatible. And I didn't actually get into them that much. But I loved Super Mario 3D World. Did play through all of that. Outside of like the old school 2D platformers on the SNES and the NES, my truly favorite Mario games are Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and 3D World. I would have to say those are three of my favorite games ever. Oh, Birdo. We're just playing as Birdo. I'm racing against Birdo. Oh. Oh, nice. Deflected my shot. Oh, missed. Boom. Whoops. I'm not tired. That's good. I hit my noggin on that. I liked the I had a lot of fun with on the Wii U the Mario Kart 8 upload feature to YouTube, and it seems as though they have removed that completely for this one. And I guess all like the previous ones on the Switch didn't have that either. The 8 Deluxe that I have. I don't know. I didn't look into that, but you can kind of look at. You can watch the replays, which is cool. It'd be nice if you could upload them or save more of them, and just because you get all these nice camera angles. They're pretty fun to watch. I always actually like to watch them after a race. If you're still there, BR, I'll have to go back and watch the stream later because I can't read any of your comments since ever since the laptop ran out of juice. When I was bumping her. Nice. Oh, this is cool. Props to Birdo. Mad skills, reflexes. Yeah, it's just a gorgeous game. Rolling Stone. I missed the boost again, and you hold it after the second light and release right around the time the third light drops. The most fun part of these races is at the start when you're all bunched up and bumping into each other. And look at graphically, it doesn't skip a beat. No slow down. Oh man, That's pretty wild. Whoa. That's a really cool stage. I've only played this one. I did get a gold on the 50cc, so I guess I played it maybe just once. A really cool stage. Ah. Gosh, I didn't realize I was on lap 3. Pass me at the end. That's gonna hurt our chances for winning. Oh, yeah. Behind Birdo. I have to win this. Because you know she's gonna finish first if I don't. Oh, that was. Gosh darn it all. Those two. Oh, I'm too tired. Birdo! Birdo. Oh, we'll have our revenge on you, Birdo, on another night. But I'm tired too. Sorry, BR, if you were there, man. Thanks for stopping by. Always enjoy chatting games with you, buddy. I'll be back for another stream sometime. So take care, my friend. Ben as well in New Zealand. Thanks for stopping by, mate. And yeah, talk to you guys later.